Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. Well, the rain stopped for a few minutes, so just quickly, if one takes a quick look around here, you realize that I need some space. I got a lot of great stuff running, and I got a lot of good projects to work on, but I'm dying for some space. And kind of some big space. Like I got, right, there's my mule undercover, and 200 SX, a load of tractors, a zero turn. I got a lot of stuff loose. The golf cart's down in the driveway, getting its battery charged up. I need space. Additionally, I was hampered this winter because the space I built as a shop, obviously, kind of got full of these running things. Right, the 400EX, the TRX 300 or the 4Trax 300, the Lakota, right, hooking around here, the Honda 70, 200S, the pair. Well, that's a 200SX. There's another one in that pile somewhere. The 200X, or that's a 250SX, and there's a pair of those. The 350 Foreman in the back there. I got the Kawasaki, not the Lakota, the Mojave with the Honda motor on it, and in this pile, right, I have an E-Z-GO / Cushman 3-wheeled dump truck. So I need space. I need a footprint, and I'd really like that footprint not to be grass, and I'd really like the roof not to be canvas. So I've been looking at this blacktop area that originally was blacktopped for my son as his basketball hoop, but his problem was it's got a little bit of a lean to it, so whenever he'd shoot a basket, it'd bounce off the basket, then take off down the lean, and he'd have to chase the ball all the way down to over there somewhere, and he didn't make much use of it. Then I put up these tunnels, and though they're interesting, given the size and the shape and all that, they're not very efficient. But I do have some nice ground cover here. This is blacktop. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take one of these tunnels and put it over there, and that white thing behind the blue trailer is a coal bin. So one of them is going over there. And I think I'm going to put together an equipment shed, kind of a hybrid pole barn, and it's going to have a metal roof, and I kind of sketched it out. I would like to put up a real pole barn like you guys saw in my video that's going up at my friend's farm, but I'd never get away with that. I have too many outbuildings now, and just the concept of that would get me in trouble. So I'm thinking of hacking this thing up. Low in the back, high in the front, 16 by 20. Probably there'll be a shelf along the back here also. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. One thing that's holding me back is I have some stuff to move to make space for it. Right? Those tunnels have to go somewhere, and the crap in the tunnels have to go somewhere. Also, I got to dig up a little bit of money. The roof alone, the steel roofing, the 16 by 20 steel roofing, I'm sitting on about $400 there. And then each one of these, I'm going to do it with 2x6s. Each one of those is somewhere around $10. So you just go through the numbers, and you can see it's probably going to be at least a $1,000 project, if not a little bit more. Some of you might say, well, instead of investing $1,000 into this 400EX, I should have invested $1,000 into that. And perhaps you're right. If I had it to do all over again, though, I would have not built this garage, concrete floor, 2x4 construction. This would have been a pole barn, and it would have been 12 foot tall, and there would have been an attic in it. And with the 12 foot tall, it would have given me more space. It also, I built this 24 by 24. I would have built it 24, but I would have gone another 12 foot that way. 12 foot that way would have given me, especially 12 foot high, it would have given me the ability to actually have this wall with pallet racking on it, and it'd make it a lot easier. I could put whole quads up there. The garage door would not be right up against the wall. This would just keep going back, and that would have worked out a lot better for me. I probably would have partitioned it off also, where I had a shop area that was a little bit smaller, and the ability to then go into a cold storage area. But I have what I have, and I built what I built, and you kind of learn your lessons, then you need to go forward. I need to get more of this crap product, quads, whatever, out of here so that I have workspace to work, and at the same time I need to get it under proper covering, right? Because who wants to ruin this stuff? I didn't put all that time and money into the 400EX or maintain this thing as I have, or the Lakota and so forth, to then just leave them outside. Some things, from a space point of view, will still be semi-outside. Probably the mule will always be semi-outside, the golf cart, because they're just big. That mule is more than 4 foot wide. I think it's 9 foot long. The golf cart is 4 foot wide, 8 foot long. So those things, if I build a 16 by 20, just popping those two in there will take up a major amount of space, right? So anyway, that's my future construction project. Let me know what you guys think. I hope to have it, this is kind of the general announcement of it. I hope to get my act together and have this up during the summer. I'd really like to get it up sometime, right? Finally, the weather has broken. If the ground just firms up a little bit so I could get the backhoe loader out and about, that'll allow me to move stuff around easier. And once I can move stuff around easier, I could do stuff with the pallet racking and so forth, and I'll be able to tighten up the mess. Chances are some stuff is going to have to go over the side. Tractors, they're what I'm thinking about. And I kind of have, like, on the far end is an International, then there's two Bolins, then there's this Sears ST16. The 16 I'd really like to keep, turn it into a 2-motor project, or I got a big monster, what is that, a Kohler over there, I think it was a Kohler, I'm not positive. So I'd really like to kind of keep that, but I'm beginning to think, even though I don't want to, I might push my Bolin's fleet over the side. And in the Bolin's fleet, there's a couple of 1050s. There's a Bolin's 650 that the guy repowered with a 10 horsepower. And, there's the one out back with the 10 horsepower and the snowblower sitting on it. I'm thinking the Bolins might be going. I haven't completely made that decision yet, but I'm thinking about it. Especially if somebody gives me some money, which allows me to start thinking about building this thing. I have a G10 also, so I guess there are 4 in the Bolin's fleet. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, your heads up, and get out there and enjoy all your days. Bye now, folks.